In its quest for rapid economic growth and diversification away from dependence on tourism, the Grenadian government is exploring new ways to achieve greater self-sufficiency. At the beginning of this week, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, who also holds the finance portfolio, presented his first estimates of revenue and expenditure in the House of Representatives. During the presentation, Mitchell identified the creative economy as one of the government's priority areas for the next 5 years and announced an allocation of $3.4 million to develop that sector. Growth in Grenada's creative economy came almost as a byproduct of the COVID-19 pandemic, which halted much economic activity for almost 2 years and forced many to resort to virtual entertainment. Since then, the Grenadian Prime Minister says musicians, producers, recording artists, and social media content creators have been successfully monetizing their creative endeavors. Mitchell says these creatives, along with practitioners in the fashion, design, visual arts, music, architecture, film, broadcasting, advertising, and tech industries, can comprise a new engine of economic growth in Grenada, the region, and the world.
Valued at over $2 trillion in 2019, this sector contributes just over 6.1% to the global gross domestic product, averaging between 2 and 7% of national GDPs around the world. The creative economy is not only one of the most rapidly growing sectors of the world economy, but also highly transformative in terms of income generation, job creation, and export earnings.
Grenada, in an attempt to create an enabling environment for the growth and development of its creative economy, will, among other things, remove all taxes on equipment needed for creatives to remain productive. The country will also deploy a creative industries registry.
This administration is in the process of laying a solid foundation to ensure the success of the creative economy in the years ahead. As such, we will invest in the development of a national cultural and creative industry policy and strategy. This strategy will outline a 5 to 10-year roadmap for the sector's development. Establishment of the Creative Industries Development Fund. Mr. Speaker, we have listened to the creative community and understand the challenges they face with funding their businesses and ideas. Through the establishment of Grenada's first ever Creative Industries Development Fund, we will invest in registered creative businesses that are focused on the global export of products, services, and content. Special fiscal incentives. Of note, in this first year, Mr. Speaker, is the implementation of special fiscal incentives for the creative industry, including 100% concessions on CT and VAT for selected equipment for 12 months starting February 1, 2023. Establishment of the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. Mr. Speaker, this office will be a critical institution for driving the development of the industry. It will be the administrative home for the creative industries and will champion, connect, support, and invest in creative people and businesses.
The tax concessions on production equipment includes storage media, art supplies, studio equipment, and audio and visual production equipment. Technology serves to amplify the efforts of the creative sector in reaching a wider audience regionally and internationally. Ergo, the government says internet streaming and communication will be made more affordable, something which aligns with the government's agenda to transform Grenada's economy into a digital one.
We will further reduce the VAT rate on mobile and broadband data from 20%, which it currently is at, to 15%, starting February 1, 2023, which will be reviewed in December of 2023. This, Mr. Speaker, is consistent with government's policy to build a digital economy, and you cannot build a digital economy without internet and data.